I'm going to give it a second for some people pull up, man. Popping up. I didn't go live this morning for Good Morning Nation, but I figure I'll pop up right quick after the game, man. Pop up right quick after the game. Disappointing one, definitely a disappointing one going down to the Chief. Then, especially after being up 17-0 17-0 on this one. Definitely tough, definitely tough. I'm surprised that it went down like that. Watching two dudes run into each other, that's a devastating one. That's embarrassing to say the least. But I am going to give it a second. Give it a second for some people to pull up, man, because I know it is a little later than usual, but appreciate everybody that is pulling up. I see King Gibby in the building. He says, what's up with it? What's good with you, man? Khalil King in the building. Does McDaniels get fired? Man, we're going to talk about it, yo. We are definitely going to talk about it because I think people are really calling for Josh McDaniels' number right now. Is he on the hot seat more than he was, let's say, 2 weeks ago? Is he on the hot seat more than he was 2 weeks ago? I felt like last week bought him time and people kind of forgot about it. But let's get back to it, man. NorCal Jesse in the building. What's good with you, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Long-time subscriber. Also a member. Appreciate you, dog. Always supporting. Rob, what's good with you, brother? Glad you're able to pull up on us, man. Glad they're able to put, yeah. Martinez, man. I don't know about this one. This is a tough one. Steve-O, what's good with it? He says offensive pass game overall just isn't good. From O-line to receivers, defense sucks at coverage. Can't pressure too much or else Mahomes passes. But when we try to cover, he's fine. Someone open. It was a tough one, but at the end of the day, you guys, I'm going to tell you guys, you have to look at the previous games. And so far in every single game, if you look at the score, we've either given up 23 or 24 points in every single game. So that automatically made me feel like, okay, we're going to give up 30 points to the Chiefs. Yeah, I automatically felt that way, man. Brian in the building says, this is a certified hood classic. You already know what it is, man. You already know what it is. Douchebag Matt in the building says, Ray, you better not come in here and be positive. F this team. This team needs to hear it. Yo, you know me, man. I ain't trying to come in here and be nothing crazy because let's be real, dog. Everybody on this team is frustrated. And I really want to ask you guys, did you guys see Davante Adams tripping on the sideline? And do you guys think he'll be able to get his composure back? I think he will, but I just don't want to see nothing bleed into the locker room because I think this locker room, it should be tight. But, man, 1-4, that's a tough one. Jay Ruiz, what's good with you, man? Hey, Seuss, what's good with it? Martinez, appreciate you pulling up. What up, Ray? Kelsey got to be covered, especially in the red zone. 4 touchdowns. It's crazy because Kelsey gets 4 touchdowns and our tight end goes out the game and ain't done shit all year. You know what I mean? So I really want to see something from Waller, but apparently he's hurt. And he's dealing with a hamstring injury, and that's kind of frustrating because we just gave this man the bag. And, I've been very critical of Darren Waller. Last year, this offseason, I was kind of leaning towards trading him. And when I even said that, when I even whispered the fact of trading Darren Waller, it was bash, 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 bash. It was just nothing but a lot of negativity my way. And I think it was – at the end of the day, bro, he's older. He's about to be 31 going into next season. You're going to max this dude out after a couple of good – I don't know, man. I'm not going to get into that, but I don't know. I'm just frustrated all the way around. Todd Clements in the building, bro. He says, if it would be up to the Raiders fans, we would have a new coach every game. Exactly, bro. I'm not even into all that. At the end of the day, look, this is what I'm talking about, Ricardo. Field goal or 2 point. Bro, 2 points. Like, all of a sudden – this is the thing right here that kills me. All of a sudden, people want to be conservative. All of a sudden. Because we didn't get it. That's why. Everybody wants to be hindsight. Think about it at the end of the game. Everybody's like, it's 1 yard. Run the ball. Run the freaking ball. Are you kidding me? Run the ball? Why run the ball? They're literally blitzing all out, and it's man coverage. You just paid Davante Adams literally the biggest contract of anybody on this team. And you talk about run the football when the defense is an all-out blitz. You're going up against Steve Spagnuolo, and you're going to go and run when he's an all-out blitz, and you got man coverage on the best receiver in the damn game. It's only because they ran into each other. So it's like fans will say, oh, we should have ran the ball. We should have kicked the field goal. We should have done – who cares, bro? That's hindsight. That is hindsight. And it's not even a good excuse of whether we won the game or not, because say we go for a 2-point conversion and we get it, nobody would be saying it. Nobody would be talking about it, bro. So that right there was frustrating me when people were saying, oh, the 2-point conversion bites the Raiders. No, it didn't. We had the ball at the end of the game to score. How did it bite us when we had control of the game? We were down by 1 point at the 50-yard line, the offense with the ball, and somehow the field. Come on, that's bullshit. You gotta pass. You gotta pass on that, bro. You gotta pass on that. Not a Raider YouTuber. He says Brad McDaniels needs to worry about situational football and let Lombardi and Carr run the offense. Yo, I honestly I don't think Josh McDaniels is very good at situational football at all. But um, it's we kind of talked about this in previous weeks about how Derek Carr doesn't tell Josh McDaniels to tell Josh McDaniels like, no, I'm going to do this or no, I'm going to do that, because I think Carr's with it. Like, which situation did you not like? Which situation did you not like that Josh McDaniels did in this game? Then I would have to know that. NFL is the new WWE. You could say that. I mean, because of all the penalties and how they swayed this way and that way. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the penalties swayed our way. I mean, a lot of the penalties swayed our way, man. You got to think about it. We got a lot of PIs. We got that call on Derek Carr. And initially, I thought the call was good. But after watching it, I got to agree with a lot of people, man. That was a bad call on Chris Jones landing on Derek Carr. That was a bad call. So with that being said, I don't really think the refs really did anything too crazy. I don't think Davante Adams even made that catch along the sideline either, man. So I think the refs, they always suck. Should have just kicked the field goal. I don't think so, man. See, this is what I'm saying. People are going to be like, should have just kicked the field goal. For what? It would have been a 30-30 game. Bro, it would have been a 30-30 game. Think about it. And then we missed it. So then at the end of the day, there would have been 4th and 1. Okay, maybe we would have nailed it, but KC had all of their timeouts. Did they not? I don't know, man. If y'all can, make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. Go make a play. Hit that subscribe button if y'all new here. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I know it's late. It's a little late, yeah, but I know some of y'all up. Y'all probably got like a 16 beers down. Can't go to sleep, pissed off because the Raiders just lost. Douchebag Matt with a super chat. Appreciate it, brother. Supporting the channel as usual. He says, just a game. More sad about Art LeBeau. Go Raiders. Look, it might just be a game, but at the end of the day, we're fans. We be putting our money towards it. So you still can be able to criticize and say what you want, man. At the end of the day, dude, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of different things, though. First thing I want to talk about is Josh Jacobs. This is probably one of the best spots that we could talk about at this moment, is the fact that Josh Jacobs is continuing to look like a good premier back for this offense. And the season isn't over. Like, I think people watch this game and think, oh, the season's over because we lost to the Chiefs. Honestly, you think about it, man, it was just a good game. It was really a good game. And although we were up 17-0 at one point, that was just the fact that we were in the first half. They came back, they scored. So really it was like 17-10 at halftime, I believe. So the fact that it was this close and we were still able to be in it, and I think shows a lot. It really shows a lot. And I think a lot of people expected us to go out there and get blown out. I mean, the spread on this game was 7 points. So they didn't even cover the spread at this point. And so you could already expect, like, okay, a lot of people expected the Raiders to get blown out, and they didn't. So I expect this next week to go out there and get a W. I really do, man. I think this team is going to go on a very good stretch. There's going to be a lot of learning, and really you got to hold on to Josh McDaniels. Honestly, I think you got to hold on to Josh McDaniels. Riddle Room says McDaniels was just trying to avoid going to OT versus Mahomes. Yeah, I would too. Why are we going to sit here and act like our defense is great? Like, why are we going to act like our defense is not that good, guys? It's never been. This entire season, our defense has not been that good. So I'm not sure why people act like we want to go out there and do things to put our defense in a situation to, I guess, win the game for us. I wouldn't want to do that. We didn't put the money into the defense. We put all the money into the offense. Not only that, the defense did get that stop to get the ball back to the offense, and we seen what happened. But at the end of the day, our defense is not that good. They still gave up 30 points this game. They still gave up 30 points. And I'm not trying to talk ish on the defense, but at the end of the day, it's just not that good. They've given up 24 points in every single game prior to this one. Why did we think we would go out there and do any better against the Kansas City Chiefs as far as defense? Raiders pimping ain't easy, says Hurt, brother. What we talking? Yeah, I mean, we just got to be realistic at some point. We really have to be realistic at some point as Raider fans. Like, you can't expect, oh, it's the Kansas City Chiefs, and I expect us to go out there. we won. We didn't win, but it wasn't a terrible fashion. And I think that's why it was that much worse, because you got two receivers running into each other like on some clown shit. Shoot to the moon. Well, we won't lose next week, that's for sure. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. We're gonna be fine. Going for two was coaching scared. I don't think that was coaching scared. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, how is going for two being scared? You're going for the dub, in my opinion. I feel like at that point, you're going for the dub. You're not even, I think at that point, you're not even thinking about what the defense does, whether they give up points or not, whether they get the ball back. I think at that point, you're thinking, I want to go get the dub. I want to go take the lead. And if we would have got the 2-point conversion and we would have got the ball back because the defense made the stop, we would have won the game. So that was being aggressive. That was going out there and trying to make it happen. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, people will sit there and say, "Oh, we're being conservative. We let our foot off the gas, blah, blah." Well, damn, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, what are we talking about here? That is being aggressive. Going for two is being aggressive. Throwing the ball downfield continuously to Davante Adams throughout the entire game. Are we going to sit here and act like, so you guys are telling me that you're opposed to all those deep throws to Davante Adams? When Derek Carr stepped up and launched it to Davante Adams for a touchdown, were you guys opposed to that? That is being aggressive. We did that throughout the entire game. That was what actually got us into the position to be able to go out there and win the game. So it's like, people are going to pick and choose every which way they want to and say, "Oh, this play or that play." And it's just like, that's clown shit. Quit talking about hindsight. Like, it doesn't even make sense. We went out there, we went for two, we didn't get it. We were down by a point. We were going for the lead. Like, let your nuts hang. Grab your balls. Like, what are we talking about here? Quit flip-flopping. Every single week, it's this, and then the next week it's, no, we should have done it conservative. It's like, man, shut the hell up. That shit's annoying. Stay on the same script. Jay Shillings, appreciate you pulling up, bro. He says, your thoughts on Kuntz hold on the missed kick. Honestly, I don't know anything about that, Jay Shillings. I've never seen. One thing I would have to say is I haven't really seen that call before. Two, I would say, how did you get a first down on that? On that kind of call, you get a first down because the defense held on a kick? I've never seen that before. So I'm not sure. I don't know about that rule. You get a first down. Someone could tell me in the comments, but you get a first down on that hold. Someone needs to look that roll up. That's crazy, because they were like 3rd and 15, and then it's a 1st and 10. I thought it was going to go. I thought they got like a 5-yard. I don't know. I thought they got like a 5-yard gain or something. So it would have been 3rd and 10. I don't know. That was crazy. Y'all, it's 4 minutes left, Ray. We could have kicked it, got the ball back, and won. This is the thing, True Light. Think about it like this. You're saying we could have kicked the field goal and won, right? That's what you're saying? Okay. So we would have been tied. It would have been a tie. So we wouldn't have won because it would have been a tie. So the defense made a stop. The offense went out there, right? And what happened? The offense went out there, and what happened? They stalled out on 4th and 1. They threw the ball. 2 receivers ran into each other. So we didn't even get points. The defense made the stop, and we didn't even get the points on the next drive. So how could we sit here and say, kick the field goal, we would have won? That doesn't make sense. We didn't get points, man. And then on top of that, when you think about it, what makes it even worse is the fact that Kansas City, I felt like they were being a little bit more conservative on their side. They were running into McKinnon late in the game. Late in the game, they're running the ball. They were being more conservative than us because I feel like they thought their defense was folding. That's what's crazy to me. But it seems like everything is I don't know. It's always flip-flop. It's this week, we weren't being aggressive. Next week, we were being super conservative. We should have done this. And then the week after that, it's going to be, we were being conservative, aggressive. And it's like, bro, every single which week it's just the opposite. You're just going to say the opposite. Like at the end of the game, you're going to say we should have passed the ball or we should have ran the ball on 4th and 1 instead of thrown it. It's just like, you're just going to say the opposite. So it's just, that should be getting annoying, man. He says, I'd rather have Urban. Hell no, you're tweaking. It is what it is. You're tweaking, bro. That's you on crack. Quit smoking that shit. Shima 86 says that hold was BS. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. That was crazy. But y'all seen that I posted on Twitter. I said, look, the refs gave us this call. What does that mean? They're gonna get us back in the second half, and they did. They definitely did. Cesar, what's good with you, man? He says Raiders get the stop on third. Chiefs go for it on fourth. Raiders get the stop on third. Yeah. So that's another thing, bro. They ended up punting the ball like at midfield. If the game would have been tied, I don't think they punt the ball. I think they would have most likely went for it. So people act like, oh, if the game would have been tied, the Chiefs would have done the same thing. No, the Chiefs probably would have went out there, try to milk the clock, get in field goal range, and then kick a field goal because they were already at midfield while they were in the lead. They were in midfield while they were in the lead, and it was at fourth down at midfield, and they kicked the punt. So come on now. But yo, if y'all can, make sure to hit that like button, man. Come on, man. Go make a play. Let's see what it is, man. Let me get down here. Turbo says Raiders suck 1-4. I mean, shit. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I think we go 9-8 and make the wild card. Call it what you want. We making a wild card. Y'all heard it here first on Ready to Tape. We're making a wild card with a 9-8 record. And people say, how you gonna make the wild card with a 9-8 record? Well, that's because the Raiders are gonna go on a run, and they're gonna go on a run, and they're gonna beat their division rivals, and the division rivals are gonna get knocked down a notch. And we act like the Chargers and everybody continues to win. Like the Chiefs lost to the Colts not too long ago, so there's games like that. So definitely 9-8. We're going to the wild card playoffs with the wild card spot. Lynn says they missed the field goal and we could have took it and got the lead from there, and then the referees just screwed it all up. And then, of course, nobody can cover Kelsey for touchdowns. Ridiculous. Yeah, look, if y'all didn't see, I did that Patrick Graham breakdown, and I said, look, I'm going to be interested to see who is going to cover Travis Kelsey. Was it going to be Merrick, like we seen in the week 1 when we played the Chargers? Merrick was covering their tight end, and he was getting burnt. And I was like, I don't want to see that because he's going to get burnt. What happened today? He was getting burnt by Kelsey. So I don't know. I don't know what Patrick Graham sees, but he needs to put Merrick in a different situation because he began burnt by tight ends, and I don't know how. I'm kind of disappointed in Merrick. I would really like to see him step up. JJ made that 2-point conversion. Refs fault again. I'm not going to blame the refs for anything, bro. They gave us calls. They gave them calls. It's like at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not really going to talk about the referee thing. Like we can't sit here and talk about the refs because when you think about we get the call on Derek Carr. That was a bullshit call. Derek Carr, Chris Jones got a sack and a fumble recovery. That was a sack and a fumble recovery at the end of the day. If that would have been flip-flop on the other hand, it would have been Max Crosby, and they called a penalty on Max Crosby. How many of y'all would have been in y'all chairs jumping up and down in y'all house screaming at the top of your lungs talking about that's not a penalty? So, I think it went both ways. And like I said, because we got that penalty, they had to get us back. And that's what happens. You should have expected it. Muazi says 25 yards and 4 touchdowns. And the crazy thing is, I got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey on my fantasy team. And them boys put up like 80 points for me. So because of them, I was able to come back. So at least I got that victory today. Hey, shout out to NorCal Jesse, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Check out Redemption Brand if y'all want to. Check out these hats. You go cop them on Redemption Brand. Check out these tees. Cop them on Redemption Brand. Appreciate you, Jesse. Always dropping it in the chat, man. He says, go woke, go broke. Call it what you want. Ruben Gonzalez says, a meek is too small and got toasted. I mean, that's a meek, bro. That's a meek. That's what it is. I think people will see somebody make a good play and then all of a sudden kind of forget what the tape looks like. And I think that's what a meek basically is. And last week he was able to make some plays, so people kind of forgot about what it takes to be a cornerback, and you have to cover at the end of the day. Yeah, you go come down and make a tackle. Yeah, you took a fumble recovery to the house, but can you cover the receiver? He can't really do that. TC says it just comes down to execution. Most definitely. It really does. And, having Hunter Renfrow in and out of the game and how he, was out for a couple of weeks because of concussion, I think that ultimately hindered us from winning this game because he runs into the other receiver. Like, that's where it comes down to. When a team blows a 17-point lead, is that on the defense? Honestly, I don't think that's on the defense. Honestly, I don't think it's on the defense that much because I didn't expect us to be up by 17 points against the Chiefs. I mean, we got a lot of points early on in the game. You think about it, we got a chunk of points early on in the game, and then later in the game, we got some more points. But what about in between? It's like the offense kind of stalled out there on the in between. So at the same time, it's kind of wishy-washy. You know what I mean? It's like, how do you get 17 points in the first half, but also give up 10 points in that same half after being 17-0? So it just goes to show you that, time of possession wasn't on our side because we were scoring so quick as well. So you think about throwing it deep, that doesn't take a lot of time off the clock. So that means there's a lot of time in that first half for the Chiefs to come back and be able to score points and have more drives. That's ultimately what it means. And that's what they did. That's why at the half, it was what, 17-10 at half? Or was it 7? What was the score at half? Oh, I seen somebody talk about Darren Waller. Boy, don't get me started on Darren Waller because what did you say? D. Wall, Chandler Jones, Hunter Renfrow, Josh McDaniels have been disappointments thus far through 5 weeks. Look, man, honestly, Darren Waller, I wanted to trade him. Y'all was bashing me. I know some of y'all in the chat right now that was bashing me over that Darren Waller talk I was talking about as far as trading him, but it is what it is, man. Y'all wanted to sign a max contract to a older tight end that's only had a couple of years under his belt, lingering injuries. Now, all of a sudden, we're stuck with that. But you talk about Chandler Jones, someone I didn't even want to sign as well. But Hunter Renfrow, I wanted. Josh McDaniels, I wasn't disagreeing with at the beginning of the offseason. So, I don't think Josh McDaniels is going to get fired. Something that we've seen in the past is that Mark Davis lets people coast. Mark Davis lets people go throughout their woes. Think about it. Like, you have JDR with Reggie McKenzie. They went a few years, right? They went a few years. And it's not like their very first year was perfect. So they went a few years before they really got something started. And then you talk about John Gruden. John Gruden, that first year, we were terrible. We were terrible with that first year with John Gruden, and we really didn't do anything until, year 4 with John Gruden. He wasn't even here. So you think about that. Mark Davis isn't going to let go of Josh McDaniels in his first year. He's just not going to do it. I know a lot of fans are going to want to see that, but I doubt it. If he does, I'd be crazy surprised, and I wouldn't really be too mad at it. But at the same time, I want to give Josh McDaniels a lot more time. I'm not going to fire him in his first year. That's how you just continue to make just terrible decisions. Just stick with it. You got to stick with it. You got to see it through. It is what it is. It says 9-8 ain't making the playoffs. I mean, that's what they told me last year. But people are able to do it, and we see it every single year. What's good with it, man? Classic Q is in the building. He says Jacobs averaged 7.3 carries a game. He had 154 rushing. Why not run it on those last few plays? That's because the scheme didn't call for it. People were seeing it because think about it like this. We were throwing the football deep, come back to a run, throwing the football deep, going back to a run. That's what you're able to do when you're balanced. But we're not understanding. We're in a 2-minute drill. We only have one timeout left. We have like a minute. We only have like a minute left in the game. They are literally on an all-out blitz, trying to stop the run and leave your best player in one-on-one man coverage. You're going to run the football in that situation. Why would you do that when after you just seen the 2-point conversion get stuffed because they went all out? This is what I'm saying. Like, you can't sit here and tell me just because he was having a good game, you're going to ignore the entire scheme of what's been going on the entire game. Watch that last play. It was an all-out blitz. So, I don't know. Like, come on now, man. We weren't running the football when they were all out blitzing. We were running the football when they had 2 deep safeties. Think about when they came out in the second half. Think about it. Boom. They had 2 high safeties. They had a safety over Davante Adams literally the entire time. Even when we scored to Davante Adams in the second half, there was 2 safeties, and he beat one of them on a double move, and he was able to get above him, and Derek Carr put the ball on the button. So we can't sit here and say that. Like, we're ignoring scheme. Go back and watch the damn game, brother. Like, I know you know, Q. I know you freaking know it. Like, come on, bro. You sitting here talking about run the ball. It was like 1.5 yards to go. You talking about run the damn ball when Steve Spagnuolo goes out there and puts every single person on the damn line, and you're like, oh nope, don't throw it to Davante Adams. Like, that's stupid. That would be even a worse call. That would literally be a worse call. Triple Six B says the Raider season is over, bro. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, man. Raider Ralph says Waller hasn't earned the bag. He's robbing the team at this point. Waller, yeah, he's robbing the team, definitely. But I don't see any of his cheerleaders. I don't see any of Waller's cheerleaders anymore. That's what's crazy to me. It was easy to come in here and say I was crazy. It was easy to come in here and say, "Oh, Ray, you're tripping." People unsubscribe just because I said I wanted to trade Waller. Now all of a sudden, I can't find a damn supporter. Now I can't find a single person to go out there and defend Waller right now. Not a single damn person. Not a single person in this freaking chat gonna sit here and defend Waller. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Susan in the building. What's good with it, man? He says not running it on 4-1 for a touchdown to Adams was not a bad call. So look, it's not at all. It's not at all. Those guys ran into each other. And you think about it, he was open. Like Davante Adams was open. He was open. And if you go out there, think about it like this also. It was almost like the play to it reminds me of when we played the Ravens last year in week 1 and Derek Carr was able to get the ball off to Zay Jones. It was kind of like that. And that's kind of how I imagine that play ending. But obviously Hunter Renfrow barely slips through the concussion protocol. Probably should have went to go back for a second check because he's running into his own players. Shit crazy to me. Waller just dropped the fire mixtape, though. Just kidding. He's trash. I don't even know what to say, bro, before I even go on a rant and start talking shit. Raider Room says Jacobs was about to get ate up if he ran it on that play. Bro, he's about to get – bro, we act like – I don't know, man. We just ignore everything. Like everything just – this is – with fandom, it just – logic goes out the window. Just goes straight out the window. That's what's crazy to me. Just all the logic goes straight out the window when it comes to being a fan. It just don't make sense. I get that, but they never showed they can stop it. That's all I'm saying. They stopped it on the 2-point conversion, Q. Not only did they stop it on the 2-point conversion, but show me when we ran the ball successfully when they had a zero blitz or zero man. Show me. Show me when they had an all-out blitz and we were able to still be successful on the run. We weren't. We didn't run the ball when it was an all-out blitz. If that was the case, we were passing the ball because it would be man-on-man coverage to Davante Adams. But we didn't have single coverage on Davante Adams most of the second half because they had 2 high safeties with a guy over the top. That's why we started to see Josh Jacobs run it more. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is part of watching the damn game. This is part of learning how the schemes work. Like, this is why they were able to score and come back because they made adjustments. Like, come on, man. Like, I know you know, Q. Q, don't play with me, bro. You trolling me right now. JoJo says, folks think our subpar offensive line can block 7-8 folks blitzing when they can't even handle a 4-man base rush, but say run on 4th and 1. Yeah, look, if we would have ran the ball on 4th and 1, I wouldn't have been mad either because say we bring in Thayer Munford like we've been doing all game to put in that extra effort. I don't know if we did on that play exactly. I didn't see who the personnel was. I definitely understand the scheme, but if we would have ran it, I would have been that mad. But at the same time, if anything, I would have liked to have seen Davante go deep and then Hunter Renfrow go shallow. That's what I have liked to see. I would have liked to see Hunter Renfrow maybe do like a crosser and then do something else like Davante Adams does a crosser and then cuts back this way. So really it would have been like this. You feel me? I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but it would have been we ran a play like that before and it was successful a couple weeks ago. But I really would have liked to see something like that so our guys aren't running into each other. It is what it is, man. BA, what's good with you, man? He says we played good against a top 3 NFL team. We were obviously a good team. The season ain't over. It's not over, bro. Think about every single game this year, bro. Like we've only lost by a combined of how many points so far? How many points have we lost by a combined in 5 games? In 5 games, I think we've lost by a combined of what, like 16, 17 points? That's insane. In a 5-game span, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Jay Schilling, appreciate you, brother. Always supporting. He says, sucks to say, but we have to trust the process. Exactly. If we fire McDaniels this year, who takes over? We just don't like to be patient, which I agree is hard. It is hard, especially it's hard to be patient when you lose. It's hard to be patient when you lose. It's that simple, Schilling. And so I understand what you're saying. I don't think we should fire McDaniels. That would just set us back, dramatically set us back. Not only that, how do you guys think we're going to fire McDaniels when we brought in a duo? We didn't bring in just Josh McDaniels. We didn't just bring in Josh McDaniels. Like, what are we thinking? Like, do we think, oh, it's only Josh McDaniels? Did we forget about Dave Ziegler? Did we literally forget about the fact that Patrick Graham left the Giants to come here specifically? Patrick Graham was not a free coach out there looking for a job. No, he left the Giants to come here. Also, what about the special teams guy? What about our offensive lineman coach? Our wide receivers coach, all these coaches that Josh McDaniels specifically handpicked, all these New England guys, Dave Ziegler, like I had said, we think we're just gonna fire Josh McDaniels that easy? Like, y'all gotta get a freaking clue, bro. Y'all gotta get a clue. Y'all gotta actually take 2 seconds to think after being pissed off after the game. Take just a breather and then think about it like, oh, okay. Yeah, we can't fire McDaniels that fast. But if we do, I'd be super surprised. I'd be super surprised. I ain't gonna lie. LaValerie says, and on the replay of the last play, you see the Kansas City defender shove Hunter Renfrow into Davante Adams. And if that didn't happen, Davante Adams had a chance to get it. Should have been a flag. Look, Valerie, I'm not gonna deny whether someone gets shoved. I'm not gonna deny whether something should have been a flag. What I will say is that we can't depend on flags. We can't depend on a penalty to be called in our favor. We're Raider fans. Like, if you're an actual Raider fan, which I know you are, you know calls don't go our way. That's why I was surprised that we got that call for Derek Carr, because we never get that kind of stuff. And I think that one call kind of made us spoiled, right? Because we see us get that call, and we're like, hold up, did we really just get a call in our favor? So then we probably think like, oh, dang, maybe we'll get some more calls. But no, we definitely didn't. We definitely didn't get any more calls because they didn't give us a 2-point conversion. They didn't give us the catch to Davante Adams out of bounds. Even when it was ruled a catch, they had enough evidence to overrule it, which I was pretty surprised. I feel like they usually stick to it when they don't have enough evidence. I guess they did. So there's multiple plays. Cannot come down to penalties, though. Agent Red, quick slant to Tay, maybe. Yeah, most definitely. I don't know. I would have done a shallow route to Hunter Renfrow instead and had Davante Adams go deep, in my opinion. He would have got wide open. I don't know why we're sending Hunter Renfrow so deep. It's a 4th and 1. You make Hunter Renfrow your outlet so you can get that first down, but also send Tay deep if you have a shot and give Derek Carr his opportunity right there. And he took a shot. You had Matt Collins coming across the bottom. I don't know how open Matt Collins was, but we were going for a dub, and it was man-on-man coverage. One guy on Davante Adams, and people are mad that we took a shot to him. So I'm surprised. Total of 14 points combined. OC the God says, yeah, so 14 combined total. Appreciate it, White Tyson, as well. Shoot the moon. I see you had commented it also. Appreciate that. Daniel Kim in the building. What's good with you folks? He says also need that green redemption brand shirt. When are they dropping again, as well as the black hat with the white outline? Yeah, bro. Probably next week, brother. Probably next week. I'm going to probably be restocking all that stuff once I get opportunity. For those who don't know, I do have orientation at my new job this week and next week, so I wasn't able to go live this morning. Probably won't be able to go live next Monday morning either, but after these 2 weeks, I should get back to it. SVT in the building, my brother. He says, sucks to suck. Even if we are losing, I can see the progress. Yeah, bro. I could definitely see it because the fact that we've had 2 games to where we're up 17-0 in this game at one point, and then against the Cardinals be 20-0 at halftime. There's a lot to be done. A lot to be done. And we could be successful. Definitely we could be successful. Vince with the super chat. Appreciate it, brother. And if anybody wants to get their comments seen and support the channel, super chat's the best way to support. Appreciate y'all, man. In 4 weeks, we'll be 4-4. Still not over. 2002 season or 2022 season. I don't even know. 2002 is the last time we went to the Super Bowl, ain't it? And we won an AFC Conference Championship. But yeah, I think we're going to be 4-4 in 4 weeks as well. I think we're going to be 4-4 in 4 weeks as well, brother. I'll damn near make a bet if anybody wants to bet me right now. I'll damn near make a bet. We'll be 4-4. That's my opinion. I think we're gonna definitely go ahead and take off. We got a favorable schedule and should be able to win at least 5 to 6 games after the bye week. Look, man, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all quitting on y'all team right now, go ahead. If y'all quitting on the team right now, let me know in the comments right now. If you do not think the Raiders are going to come out and make it to the playoffs, let me know in the comments right now, bro. I think they make it to the playoffs without a doubt. I still haven't even lost hope, bro. I still haven't even lost hope. I'm not gonna lie to you. Valerie says, yeah, Wink Martindale would have been pretty good to have. I like Wink Martindale. I really would have liked to bring him over here. He got some good creative defense. He definitely does. 666 says, I'll bet you $100. No, I ain't betting you no damn $100. That's a rabbit ass mind. I'm finna bet you no $100 Raiders gonna win 3 games straight. Hell no. I need some type of collateral. I'll bet you $100 that, but I'll bet you $100, but if they do go 4-4, you got to give me $300. That's for each game they won. That's crazy. Norman 10-man Robinson, ours are trash in the passing game. Yeah. You said, let's get Bryce Young. Yeah, I'm not finna do this quarterback talk, bro. I'm not doing this quarterback talk. Definitely not quitting, man. Win, lose, or tie, ready till I die. You know what it is, bro. You know what it is. But look, I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. I just wanted to pull up real quick, talk a little bit of game with y'all because it was a tough one. But I think we're going to be all right, though. I'm not giving up. You know what I mean? I don't think we're done. This team was really good. I think people are asleep, and this team is really good, and we're going to come out. We're going to come out swinging. So my guy says 1,000. Okay, for sure. You do 1, and I'll do 100. You do 1K, and I'll do 100. I'll do that for sure. Hunter broke late on a route after bullied off the line. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, Schilling, people just need to watch the scheme and realize, like, we had a play drawn up perfectly for us, bro. But congratulations on the job again, brother. Appreciate it, SVT, man. After that, man, I'm going to go ahead and take off. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If y'all can, don't forget to hit that like button, man. Until next time, ready to take.